Next up tonight, the story of a 2-year-old who's doing battle with a deadly enemy. Soon after birth, it was diagnosed that Teresa McAtee would need a liver transplant. Until today, the search continues. At first glance, Teresa looks like any other 2-year-old, active, playful, and always curious about the world around her. But what you can't see is what's going on inside her fragile little body. Soon after birth, Teresa was diagnosed as having biliary atresia, a dysfunction of her liver. Her symptoms started to surface during her 2-month checkup.
We noticed her skin, it looked kind of funny. It was turning yellow from what the doctor said, and her eyes, the whites of her eyes was coming yellow. So they took blood tests, and that same day we was rushed to Honolulu. They took some more tests. In 2 days, they said she had to go surgery because what happened was her liver, there's 2 ducts on the liver that makes the flow go in and out of the liver. Okay, hers was closed. Yeah, so she had no ducts. So they had to go in and implant a flap so it'd open up.
Similar to heart tissue, after excessive scarring, liver tissue will not renew itself. So now the main concern is to watch for any internal bleeding, which can occur at any given time.
We went into the hospital before Thanksgiving because one morning I woke up, I changed her diaper, and her whole diaper was just full with blood clots. So we rushed to Honolulu. They didn't know what started the bleeding. They didn't know exactly where it was coming from, but somehow she managed to stop her own. She's very susceptible. That's another thing too, colds and all that. And whereas a normal baby, you would take care of fevers at home. As soon as she has a fever, she has to be hospitalized. There's not much known about her virus. They think it is a virus, and they think it affects the child as she's coming out of the birth canal or during the first month of her life. So she caught the virus in her liver, and it just destroyed the ducts. So that kind of relieved me. I was feeling guilty, even my husband, but we found out that it's not our fault. It's not the parents' fault. It's not the child's fault. It's just a rare thing that happens.
Teresa is 3rd on the nation's list to receive a liver transplant, an operation which can only be performed at UCLA Medical Center up in California. It's imperative that Teresa receive the new organ within 8 hours of notification. Therefore, mom and daughter must hop a plane at a moment's notice to try to get to California in the allotted time. That, along with the $130,000 necessary, should make for a successful operation. In the meantime, life goes on.
Sometimes I think that we was living so happy and so good that we didn't really realize how important life is. And this kind of shocked us, into reality. And we know now, day to day, that it's not worth the fighting and all that. You gotta be kind to each other. You gotta be happy. So you never know when you lose somebody you love. I was told she wouldn't last until 2. And it's kind of important because she's made it this far, and she's stronger than ever. So right now, I think she's good to have the transplant because she's strong. She's not weak yet. She'll get weaker as time goes by. But she's strong now. It's perfect time. If I don't do this, it's nobody else. It's all up to Jared, my husband and I. We're the only ones, not the only ones who care about her, but we're the ones who take care of her, and we got to make sure everything is all right. And every stumbling block, we just got to go through it. And so far, it's been hard, but we've managed. Teresa will be sick all her life. She'll be on medication. But she'll be like she is now. She'll, on the outside, be all right. It's her insides, So it's hard for people to look at her and think of her as a sick girl. But I look at her, and I know she's dying. she is going, and we just got to realize we try everything we can for her and make her happy as long as she's with us.
As an added note to our story, a support fund has been set up to help Teresa and other children in similar cases. They're called the Mainland Medical Treatment Fund, located over in Hilo, Box 636, zip code 96720, or you may contact Patricia McAtee directly at 964-5344. Teresa will be celebrating her second birthday on the 6th of February. We'd like to help her celebrate many, many more. I'll be back with the final wrap-up.